Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, traders. This is Abdurrahman from FXAltariq.com, and on my screen is my Burst Coin dashboard. And what I want to show you guys is something that's caught my attention and something that you guys should take a look at. It is called escrow. Today we're going to talk about escrow. Now this is important because when you're trading on a decentralized network, such as any blockchain, Bitcoin, or any altcoin, even Burst Coin. When you are selling big ticket items, you want to have a way to protect yourself as the buyer as well as the seller. So, with that said, what would you do if you're going to sell your house, or you want to sell a car, for example? Say you want to sell a car and you want to use Burst Coins as a transaction for that. To protect yourself, you will put the car inside of escrow, and once the seller has delivered the title, and then you can have the funds released to the seller. So it protects you as well as the seller involved. So what you do is you would the recipient, the person whom you are going to release the money to, or who is, let's say, the seller, you're the buyer. And what you would do is you would put your the recipient's ID inside, and then you would put the amount, and then you would put in the deadline. Now the deadline is done in seconds, and 1 day's time in seconds is equal to 86,400 seconds is equal to 1 day. So you have to multiply that for the number of days in which you believe the transaction should end. And obviously you want to add a couple of days to that, just to have some breathing room, just in case something happens between the two. The deadline action is three things will happen. The funds will be released, the funds will be refunded, or there will be a split. Maybe they didn't turn out right, or something between you and the seller, this and that. There was something was defective, so that in the transaction, so you can release some and keep some of the funds. This is what is called a split transaction. And the number of required signers can be from anywhere between 1 to 10 to 100, whatever it is. But these are the people who would actually witness the contract. The escrow, and then you have the signers which are involved. Now, Burst does not allow the sender and the receiver to be signatures on the contract. So what you have to do is each of you should create an account and then add those accounts inside here. So then you can obviously add a message for the seller. You can also encrypt that message so that only the parties involved will be able to read what was the transaction all about. Now, in order for the funds to be released, the people who are the signers, 2 of them must agree. If you have three signers, for example, or you can call them like witnesses or whatever, at least 2 of them must agree on the same action. Action meaning to release the funds, to refund the money, or split. So that's why it's important that you and the other person must be inside here. In order to do that, each of you create a separate wallet and put your Burst IDs inside so that you can control this particular action. Now, both of you inside, the seller can't control it. He needs you and him to get the funds to either be released, refunded, or split. Now, again, you can put a house, you can put let's say you sold a ring, any kind of property that has any kind of value, you can always put it in escrow. And guess what? It doesn't cost you thousands or hundreds of dollars. For example, if you're selling a house, normally in escrow, you would pay $2 for every $1,000 in value. So you can see that amount adds up. Whereas here in Burst, you are paying pennies, or a few or less than pennies, to complete this particular transaction on a smart contract and without the aid of a lawyer. You and the other parties are the ones who agree upon this particular transaction. Money is protected in escrow. Funds are released when the deal is done. So I hope you guys understand that. This is one of the new, or one of the extra decentralized products and services that are involved with Burst, and you get this all free of charge. It doesn't cost you $1. All you have to do is follow the links in the video, go and get your wallet set up, and then you can start using these assets immediately. With that said, you guys have a magnificent day on purpose, and I'll talk with you soon.